The driver of Princess Diana, finally breaking his silence, shared chilling details live on TV that shook the world.
I had to turn away, think about it, and then grip myself back and get on with what I was doing.
Princess Diana's untimely and unusual injury, a mystery that has haunted us all, was revealed to be the cause of her tragic death.
She was talking, and they were worried about other people, and it was only later that she had a very unusual injury.
I just felt that it was appearing every day in newspapers and various things that I was listening to people, and that was an emotional day on the day that she...
Imagine the driver's shock, hearing of the princess's horrific accident while he was in the comfort of his bed.
You got the phone call, and
Yes, I can, vividly.
What was it like? Where were you?
I was in bed with my wife, and she answered the phone. I had a bit of banter with the guy on the other end, and then she looked round at me and said, "I think you'd better get up and sit on the end of the bed and take this phone call."
His colleague relayed to him with a grave tone that the princess had sustained severe injuries as a result of an unfortunate accident.
And it was a colleague from Balmoral who was telling me that Her Royal Highness was actually injured. And put the television on and you'll see. So that's what I did. You know, it was a bit of a shock. Got dressed and then went down to Kensington Palace.
Summoned to the palace after the accident, he recounted the surreal and heart-wrenching experience of being thrust into a tragedy.
Yes, it was quite difficult because Robin Cook, who was then the Foreign Secretary, was on the television giving what had happened. And he was explaining that she was injured. When in fact the private secretary, Michael, was telling the six of us in the office that sadly she'd...
When he landed in Paris, the atmosphere was thick with tension and sorrow, a city mourning the loss of a beloved icon.
Yes, the 24 hours was quite difficult. Getting to Paris was fine, getting to the embassy was great, except I didn't speak French. My wife speaks it fluently, which a phone helped. And I knew one of the military attachés, Brigadier Ritchie, who immediately came into the room, and he used to work with Princess Anne.
The hospital was flooded with people desperate to know the princess's condition, a testament to her global impact.
So I was taken in to help, where I went to the hotel, and then I went to the hospital, and arrived at the hospital, lots of people about, on I think it was the first floor, and there was a lot of people.
The driver, maintaining his professionalism amid the chaos, felt the weight of the world's grief and disbelief.
Yes, I mean, I was an ex-inspector, but I did say that perhaps people are expecting lords, ladies and colonels in this in this particular instance, but we were dealt with by Sir Michael J. very, very well, and given everything that I needed, I was given.
He described the emotional torment of seeing Princess Diana in a hospital bed, a stark contrast to her usual radiant presence.
It's very difficult and emotional to see a person lying in a bed and not in a mortuary. And when I was in the room, which was very, very hot, I looked out of the window and I could see people on a roof. Now, whether they knew where the princess was, I don't know, but that worried me. So I got some blankets because there was no curtains, and we put blankets along the windows, which made it even hotter in the room. And I then went and got some fans to try and cool the room down. And that one moment in my life, which perhaps my professionalism was lacking a little bit, because as I turned round, the eyelashes and the hair of the princess were moving, caused by the fan. And that just struck me. I had to turn away, think about it, and then grip myself back and get on with what I was doing.
You didn't believe she would?
For a long time. I just refused to accept that she was gone. Part of, she would never do this to us, but also part of, maybe this is all part of a plan.
I mean, you really believe that maybe she had just decided to disappear for a time?
For a time, and then that she would call us and we would go and join her. Yeah.
How long did you believe that?
Years. Many, many years. And William and I talked about it as well. Mainly proof that she was in the car, proof that she was injured, and proof that the very paparazzi that chased her into the tunnel were the ones that were taking photographs of her lying half on the backseat of the car.
You write, I hadn't been aware before this moment, talking about looking at the pictures of the crash scene, that the last thing Mummy saw on this earth was a flashbulb. That's what you saw in the pictures.
The pictures showed the reflection of a group of photographers taking photographs through the window, and the reflection of the window was them.
Conspiracy theories swirled around the accident, each more sinister than the last, demanding thorough investigation.
I wasn't involved in the first examination, and of course she was then buried, so we didn't exhume her and have another look, but it was a review of all of the circumstances. There were so many conspiracy theories that needed to be looked at and properly examined. They were sort of glossed over a bit to begin with. So we went back and we did that. And so I looked obviously at the pathology, not just of Diana, but also of Henri Paul, who was the driver, and Dodie, who was her lover, and a guy called Trevor Rees-Jones, who was a security guard. So 4 people in that Mercedes. Now, if you have a crash at about 60 miles an hour in a Mercedes, you should walk away. And the thing I learned was that you put your seatbelt on, because Diana didn't have a seatbelt on. Dodie didn't have a seatbelt on. Henri Paul, the driver, didn't have a seatbelt on. Trevor Rees-Jones realised something was going wrong and just got his seatbelt on in time, because he lived to tell the tale. And when the car hit the bridge pillar, interestingly, the 13th pillar on the bridge, you know, I mean, it adds to the conspiracy, doesn't it? It's got to be the 13th pillar. How the SAS managed to get them to hit the 13th pillar, I don't know. But, you know, when they hit the pillar, Dodie hit the back of Henri Paul with a weight of about 3 elephants. And then Henri Paul hit the steering wheel. They were instantly. Diana wasn't badly injured. She'd broken an arm and had a couple of other little injuries. But, I mean, she should have survived, and she was partly protected by Rees-Jones, because she hit the back of his seat and was saved a bit. And in fact, when they arrived, they thought she was okay. She was talking, and they were worried about other people. And it was only later that she had a very unusual injury deep in the centre of her chest that no one knew was there. And when she became ill and collapsed, it was at that point it became too late, and she after surgery.
Despite her royal status, the driver fondly remembered Princess Diana's tremendous sense of humour, a light in the darkness.
There is a line. You don't cross that line. You speak to when you're spoken to. And it is still very correct. She was still very royal. And yes, we were often together in the car, and it would be light conversation. She had a tremendous sense of humour. And wherever we went, I never had a crossword in the 2 years. Not one crossword. I think they went in too fast, but in the inquest, that was sorted out. I've driven through the tunnel myself. There are stanchions in the tunnel, which if you can be taken a little bit by, if you have 2 trains in a station, one moves out, you think you're moving. You go into fast where there's stanchions, it's getting a little bit worrying. So whatever happened, I perhaps a little bit too fast, and being taken away with the lady in the back.
And what are your memories of Princess Diana now? Because, of course, that was such an emotional time, and 20 years ago, but when you think back and think of her legacy?
A great boss. I felt the last year, from August the 28th, when the divorce came through, that year up to she felt to me, because I didn't work with her years ago as a police officer, I was with Princess Anne, but she was good. She seemed to be living a good life and happy.
I was in bed in the embassy, and the 2 phone calls came early on and told me that there had been an accident, and clearly I needed to get to the hospital quickly. When we arrived, we were met by the French Interior Minister, Jean-Pierre Chevènement, and he said he had heard that there'd been the accident. She had been badly hurt, but didn't know how badly she'd been hurt. And then Chevènement was taken out by one of the nurses, and he came back in tears, really, and came up to me and said, "I'm afraid she's." But then after we had heard that she had, then I was on the phone, clearly to Robin Janvin in Balmoral to tell him, so he could tell the royal family that she had, and also to Downing Street. It was just getting light. 2 Mercedes drew up, and I told him that the Princess of Wales was He knew that his son had died, and we offered our condolences.
Prince Harry, grappling with his own grief, was shielded from viewing the more gruesome photographs of his mother's final moments.
All I saw was the back of my mum's head, slumped on the back seat. There were other more gruesome photographs, but I will be eternally grateful to him for denying me the ability to inflict pain on myself by saying that, because that's the kind of stuff that sticks in your mind forever.
There was a tremendous shock in the hospital at that stage. And certainly when I was told, and we were told that she had, we were aware that this was a profoundly moving moment for all those who had been involved.
In a shocking turn of events, King Charles III has stepped down from his role as the monarch of the British royal family. This unprecedented move has sent shockwaves through the United Kingdom and around the world. Camilla, Queen Consort, has reportedly been deeply affected by this development, with sources close to the palace describing her as being in tears. This decision marks a significant moment in British history, altering the future of the monarchy in ways that were previously unimaginable. The announcement came after a series of private meetings within the royal family, leading to the king's official abdication. The news of King Charles III stepping down as the monarch of the British royal family has reverberated across the globe, marking a historic moment in the centuries-old institution. This decision, which has taken many by surprise, was made following a series of private discussions within the royal family. The gravity of the situation is evident, as sources close to Buckingham Palace have revealed that Queen Consort Camilla has been deeply moved by the decision, with reports indicating that she has been brought to tears by the turn of events. King Charles' decision to abdicate has not only shaken the foundations of the monarchy, but has also left the public and royal watchers in a state of disbelief. After years of waiting in the wings, as the heir apparent, Charles ascended to the throne, following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. His reign, though short, has been marked by attempts to modernize the monarchy and address the changing dynamics of British society. However, his decision to step down comes as a significant departure from royal tradition, where abdications are rare and often carry considerable implications. In the days leading up to the announcement, there were whispers of tension and uncertainty within the royal household. Insiders have suggested that Charles faced mounting pressure, both from within the family and from external forces, to reconsider his role. The king's health, public opinion, and the future of the monarchy were reportedly central to these discussions. Despite the challenges, many believed that Charles would continue to fulfill his duties as monarch. However, the final decision to abdicate indicates the weight of the considerations he had to bear. Camilla, who has stood by Charles's side for decades, is said to have been particularly affected by the decision. As Queen Consort, she has faced her own share of public scrutiny and challenges. The prospect of Charles stepping down from the throne has added a personal dimension to the situation, amplifying the emotional toll it has taken on her. Those close to the couple have described Camilla as being visibly distressed, struggling to come to terms with the new reality of their lives. Her tears are a testament to the profound impact this decision has had on those within the royal circle. The implications of King Charles's abdication are vast and complex. For the royal family, it means a sudden shift in the line of succession, with Prince William now poised to take on the role of king sooner than anticipated. This change is likely to have far-reaching consequences for the monarchy, as William's vision for the future may differ significantly from that of his father. The British public, too, is grappling with the news, as they come to terms with the idea of another transition in leadership so soon after the passing of Queen Elizabeth. Internationally, the decision has prompted reactions from world leaders and royal families across the globe. The British monarchy has long been a symbol of continuity and stability, and the abdication of a sitting monarch is a rare and significant event. Allies and observers alike are now closely watching the developments in the UK, seeking to understand the motivations behind Charles's decision and what it means for the future of one of the world's most well-known institutions. In the wake of the announcement, the media has been abuzz with speculation and analysis. Commentators are dissecting the potential reasons behind the king's abdication, from personal health concerns to the desire to pave the way for a younger generation of leadership. The role of public opinion cannot be ignored, as Charles's popularity has fluctuated over the years. Some have suggested that the king may have felt that stepping aside was in the best interest of the monarchy, allowing Prince William and his wife, Catherine, to take on more prominent roles. The abdication of King Charles III has thrown the royal family and the nation into a state of reflection and uncertainty. This decision, rooted in a complex mix of personal, familial, and public considerations, is unprecedented in the modern era. While the monarchy has weathered many storms, this particular event signifies a turning point that may redefine the future of the British royal institution. In the weeks leading up to the abdication, there were subtle signs that all was not well within the royal household. Close observers noted a shift in Charles's public demeanour. His appearances, once marked by a sense of duty and tradition, had become more subdued. Behind the palace walls, the weight of the crown seemed to be taking a toll on him. Although no official statements were made at the time, there were whispers of the king grappling with the demands of his role, compounded by concerns over his health and the increasingly complex political landscape in the UK. Reports have surfaced indicating that King Charles sought counsel from his closest advisors, including senior members of the royal family and trusted confidants. The discussions were said to be intense and fraught with emotion, as Charles weighed the responsibilities of his position against the realities of his personal circumstances. It is believed that he considered all possible outcomes, including the impact his decision would have on the monarchy, his family, and the nation. Ultimately, it seems that the king reached the conclusion that stepping down was the most responsible and dignified course of action. For Queen Consort Camilla, this period has been particularly challenging. Known for her resilience and quiet strength, she has always supported Charles through the ups and downs of public life. However, the prospect of him relinquishing the throne has reportedly shaken her deeply. Camilla's emotional response highlights the personal sacrifice and the human aspect of what is often seen as a purely institutional matter. The tears she has shed reflect not just her concern for Charles, but also the enormous changes they now face as a couple, transitioning from the roles they have both prepared for over many years. The royal family, now faced with the task of navigating this transition, is likely to undergo a period of internal realignment. Prince William, who has been steadily preparing for his future role as king, will now have to accelerate his readiness to assume the throne. William's ascension is expected to bring a new energy and direction to the monarchy, one that aligns with the expectations of a modern, diverse Britain. However, this transition will not be without its challenges. William will need to strike a delicate balance between honoring the traditions of the monarchy and embracing the progressive changes that many believe are necessary for its survival in the 21st century. As the nation processes this seismic shift, reactions have been mixed. There is a sense of sadness and nostalgia among those who have supported King Charles throughout his life, recognizing his dedication to his duties and his efforts to address contemporary issues such as climate change and social inequality. Yet, there is also a sense of cautious optimism as people look to the future with Prince William at the helm. The British public, while often critical of the monarchy, also holds a deep respect for its continuity and the symbolic role it plays in national identity. The coming months will be crucial in determining how this transition is received and what it means for the monarchy's relevance in a rapidly changing world. Internationally, King Charles's abdication has sparked a wide array of responses. Royal families across Europe have expressed their support and solidarity, recognizing the difficult decision Charles had to make.
If you look at the coronation footage, as the King and Queen leave the thrones and head for the exit of Westminster Abbey on the coronation Saturday, you'll see that everyone bows and curtsies to the King, and no one moves a limb, a muscle, when Camilla passes. And that was because they were angry with Camilla. Camilla brought 20 Parker Bowleses to the coronation. There were 4 Middletons. All the people that helped Camilla get the crown on her head were excluded from that coronation, and they were furious. And not only that, Kate and William were angry too. And that anger, of course, Harry was angry, that anger went right through that small part of the congregation by the throne, by the centre of Westminster Abbey.
Recent events have cast a spotlight on the British royal family, exposing tensions and divisions that have reshaped the public's perception of this storied institution. The unravelling began with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's candid interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021, an event that revealed deep-seated issues within the royal family and set the stage for subsequent controversies. In the interview, Harry and Meghan detailed their struggles with royal life, including allegations of racism and inadequate support for mental health issues. Meghan spoke openly about feeling isolated and unsupported, while Harry expressed his frustrations over the way his family handled these concerns. The interview not only shocked the public, but also triggered a seismic shift in the royal family's dynamics, leading to a broader discussion about race, mental health, and the role of the monarchy in modern Britain. The fallout from the interview was swift and dramatic. The royal family was forced to address the allegations, with Queen Elizabeth II issuing a statement emphasizing the importance of family unity and promising to address concerns privately. However, the damage was done, and the revelations fueled ongoing media scrutiny and public debate. The interview highlighted long-standing issues within the family, including the perceived treatment of Harry and Meghan compared to other members. The tensions were further exacerbated by the death of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022. Her passing marked the end of an era and ushered in a new chapter for the monarchy under King Charles III. The transition of power brought its own set of challenges as the family adjusted to new roles and responsibilities. The period following the Queen's death was marked by a series of public and private events that tested the cohesion of the royal family. One notable development was the increasingly strained relationship between King Charles and his son, Prince Harry. Harry's decision to publish his memoir, Spare, in early 2023 added fuel to the fire. The book, which delves into Harry's experiences within the royal family, further illuminated the rifts between him and other family members. It included personal anecdotes and criticisms that were seen as a direct challenge to the monarchy's traditional image of unity and decorum. The publication of Spare led to a series of public statements and responses from various members of the royal family. King Charles and Prince William in particular were forced to navigate the fallout from the book's revelations. Their responses ranged from measured statements emphasizing the need for privacy and respect to more pointed criticisms of Harry's disclosures. The situation was compounded by ongoing media coverage, which often portrayed the royal family as fractured and at odds with one another. The intense scrutiny and constant reporting on every minor incident added to the perception of a deeply divided family. The media's focus on these divisions further strained relationships, making it difficult for the royal family to present a unified front. In addition to the personal and familial tensions, the royal family also faced challenges related to public perception and institutional credibility. The controversies surrounding Harry and Meghan's departure from royal duties and the subsequent media coverage raised questions about the monarchy's relevance and effectiveness in a modern, diverse society. The royal family's handling of these issues was closely watched and critiqued, contributing to the broader debate about the future of the monarchy. Amidst these challenges, King Charles III has sought to address the issues facing the royal family with a focus on reform and modernization. His approach has included efforts to streamline royal duties and to engage more directly with the public on issues of national importance. However, the transition has not been without its difficulties, and the royal family continues to grapple with the fallout from recent events. The divisions within the royal family have also been reflected in the public's response. While some have expressed support for Harry and Meghan, others have rallied behind the remaining members of the royal family, emphasizing the importance of tradition and continuity. The polarized opinions highlight the broader debate about the role and future of the monarchy in contemporary Britain. As the royal family navigates these turbulent times, it remains to be seen how they will reconcile their differences and move forward. The recent events have underscored the challenges faced by the monarchy in maintaining unity and relevance in a rapidly changing world. The royal family's ability to address these issues and to adapt to evolving expectations will be crucial in determining the future of this iconic institution. Recent events have cast a stark light on the British royal family, revealing significant internal divisions and challenges that have reshaped public perceptions of this storied institution. The narrative began with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's revealing interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021, which brought to the forefront a range of issues from alleged racism within the royal ranks to inadequate mental health support. Meghan's candid discussion about her isolation and Harry's frustration with the handling of their concerns shook the monarchy to its core, initiating a period of intense scrutiny and public debate. The situation intensified with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022, a pivotal moment that marked the end of an era and ushered in the reign of King Charles III. The transition from one monarch to another inevitably brought its own set of complications, including adjustments in roles and responsibilities for family members. The public and media focus shifted to how the new king would manage the monarchy amid these ongoing tensions. King Charles's attempt to address these issues was complicated further by the release of Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, in early 2023. The book, filled with personal revelations and criticisms, exposed further rifts within the royal family, particularly between Harry and other key members like Charles and Prince William. The memoir highlighted ongoing grievances and personal conflicts, making it clear that the challenges within the family were deeper and more complex than initially understood. The media's relentless coverage of these developments has amplified the sense of division, portraying the royal family as fragmented and struggling to maintain cohesion. This portrayal has only added to the public's fascination and speculation about the future of the monarchy. As the family deals with the fallout from these revelations and ongoing media scrutiny, they are also grappling with the broader implications for their role.
Prince Louis, the youngest son of the Prince and Princess of Wales, has surprised everyone with a rare and unexpected perspective on his late grandmother, Princess Diana. As a young boy with a bright and curious nature, Louis has grown up hearing stories about Diana, the people's princess, whose legacy continues to inspire and intrigue. Despite his tender age, Prince Louis has managed to spark a conversation that has left the public captivated, shedding light on a bond that transcends time and generations. Louis, like many children his age, is full of questions and eager to understand the world around him. Unlike most children, however, his world is one steeped in history, tradition, and the shadow of a grandmother he never got to meet. In private family settings, Louis often asks about Diana, trying to piece together the woman behind the iconic photographs and heartfelt stories shared by those who knew her best. His innocent curiosity has become a bridge connecting the family to Diana's memory in ways that are deeply personal and poignant. The conversations within the family about Diana are not just nostalgic reflections, but also opportunities for young Louis to understand his family's unique role in the world. His parents, William and Kate, have made it a priority to ensure that Diana's memory remains alive within their household. For Louis, the stories of Diana's compassion, courage, and kindness are lessons that go beyond royal duty. They're shaping the way he sees the world and his place in it. His questions often spark deeper discussions among the family, bringing new layers of meaning to Diana's life and legacy. While Prince Louis's understanding of Diana is still forming, his natural empathy and curiosity have led to some surprising moments of insight. During a quiet family moment, Louis reportedly asked why Diana was often referred to as the people's princess. His mother explained that Diana had a way of connecting with people, of making them feel seen and valued, regardless of their status or circumstances. This explanation seemed to resonate with Louis, who later remarked during a family outing that he wanted to make others feel happy, just like his grandmother did. His simple yet profound comment touched the hearts of those present, reminding everyone of the enduring power of Diana's example. Louis's questions about Diana have not only brought the family closer, but also prompted his older siblings, George and Charlotte, to share their own perspectives. The three siblings often talk about their Granny Diana, creating a shared narrative that blends personal stories with historical context. For Louis, these moments are especially impactful as he navigates his understanding of what it means to be part of such a storied family. His parents encourage these conversations, knowing that they help to ground their children in the values that Diana championed. Despite his young age, Louis's observations about Diana reveal a depth of understanding that surprises even his parents. During a family discussion about charitable work, Louis asked whether Diana's actions helped people stop feeling sad. It's a simple question, but one that encapsulates the essence of Diana's work. William and Kate took the opportunity to explain how Diana's efforts in areas like mental health awareness and HIV/AIDS advocacy made a difference in people's lives. Louis listened intently, his wide-eyed curiosity underscoring the impact of these conversations. As Louis grows, his questions and comments about Diana continue to evolve, reflecting his developing understanding of the world. Recently, during a visit to a children's charity, Louis surprised everyone by asking one of the staff members if they knew his grandmother. The innocent question brought smiles and a few tears, as the staff member explained that while they hadn't met Diana personally, they admired her work greatly. Louis's question was a reminder of how deeply Diana's legacy is woven into the fabric of the royal family's public and private lives. For William and Kate, balancing the public narrative of Diana with their personal memories has always been a delicate task. With Louis, they've found that his natural curiosity offers an opportunity to share a more intimate and human side of Diana. They often show him photographs and share anecdotes that highlight her warmth, humor, and love for her family. These moments help Louis connect with a grandmother he never knew, fostering a sense of continuity and belonging within the family. Louis's growing awareness of Diana has also had an impact on his relationship with his siblings. George and Charlotte, who have their own understanding of Diana, often take it upon themselves to share what they've learned with Louis. During a recent family gathering, Charlotte was overheard telling Louis about Diana's famous visit to an HIV/AIDS clinic, explaining how her actions helped change the way people thought about the illness. Louis listened intently, his youthful innocence allowing him to absorb the story without the weight of its historical context. These sibling interactions are shaping a collective memory of Diana that will carry forward into the next generation. The stories of Diana that resonate most with Louis are often the ones that reflect her playful and adventurous spirit. William has shared tales of Diana's mischievous sense of humor, recounting moments from his own childhood when she would surprise him with silly pranks or impromptu outings. These stories bring a smile to Louis's face, helping him see his grandmother not just as a global icon, but as a loving and fun parent. It's these anecdotes that make Diana's memory feel tangible and accessible to a young boy who is still discovering his place in the world. While Louis's understanding of Diana is naturally limited by his age, his genuine curiosity and empathetic nature are already shaping the way his family remembers and honors her legacy. His questions, though simple, often prompt profound reflections among his parents and siblings, creating a shared space where Diana's life and values are celebrated. For William and Kate, these moments are a reminder of the enduring influence Diana has on their family, even years after her passing. As Louis continues to grow, his connection to Diana's legacy will undoubtedly deepen. His parents are committed to ensuring that he and his siblings understand not just the historical significance of Diana's life, but also the personal values she upheld. Through stories, photographs, and meaningful conversations, they are weaving Diana's memory into the fabric of their children's lives, ensuring that her spirit continues to inspire future generations. Louis's impact goes beyond the walls of the royal household. His budding awareness of the world around him and his efforts to learn about Diana's values have inspired those closest to the family. William and Kate often remark on how Louis's curiosity prompts them to view Diana's legacy through fresh eyes. This influence has even extended to public appearances, where Louis's enthusiasm and lively spirit often steal the show, reminding onlookers of Diana's vivacious energy. One particularly memorable moment came when Louis, during a family outing to a children's hospital, asked the staff if there was a way he could help. His parents explained that just by being there, offering smiles and kind words, he was already making a difference. Louis's response, a simple, "I'll try my best," encapsulated the essence of Diana's approach to connecting with people. It's clear that even at a young age, Louis is beginning to internalize the values his grandmother stood for, carrying her legacy forward in small but meaningful ways. The bond Louis feels with his siblings is also a reflection of Diana's enduring influence. George, as the eldest, often takes on a protective role, guiding Louis with patience and kindness that echo the values instilled by their parents. Charlotte, with her natural poise and empathy, serves as a nurturing presence for Louis, mirroring the qualities of Diana that have been passed down through the family. Together, the three siblings form a tight-knit unit, bound not just by blood, but by the shared responsibility of honoring their family's legacy. As Louis grows older, his connection to Diana's story will undoubtedly take on new dimensions. His parents are committed to ensuring that he and his siblings continue to learn about her life and values in ways that are age-appropriate and meaningful. Whether it's through visits to charities that Diana once supported or quiet family moments filled with storytelling, Louis is being given the tools to understand and appreciate the profound impact his grandmother had on the world. For the public, Prince Louis offers a unique window into the way Diana's legacy is being preserved within the royal family. His innocent questions and heartfelt observations serve as a reminder that the values Diana championed, compassion, empathy, and courage, are alive and well in the next generation. Through Louis, we see the enduring power of Diana's influence, not just as a historical figure, but as a grandmother whose spirit continues to shape the lives of those she loved most. Louis's journey is just beginning, but the glimpses we've seen so far suggest a bright and meaningful path ahead. With his parents' guidance and the love of his siblings, Louis is poised to carry forward a legacy that honors Diana's memory, while forging his own unique identity within the royal family. Whether through his playful antics or his thoughtful reflections, Lewis reminds us that Diana's legacy is not confined to the past. It's a living, breathing influence that continues to inspire and uplift, one generation at a time. Lewis reminds us that Diana's legacy is more than history. It's a living influence carried forward by those who love her.
While Kate Middleton may be the Duchess of Cambridge, to her children, she's just mum. Prince William and Kate are proud parents to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis.
Princess Charlotte, Prince George, and Prince Louis are known for their calm, respectful behavior.
Is this filming? Hello? Hello?
As is expected of royals. But even they have their moments. Recently, the three royalties left their mother, Kate Middleton, shocked when they spoke up in a way no one expected. What caused these young royals to break their usual silence?
Now, the Cambridge children have put on their thinking caps to question Sir David Attenborough on his incredible career.
And with the world watching, how might this bold moment change the future of the family's carefully maintained image? Come along as we explore the surprising reasons behind the royal children's grievances that have shocked everyone. Raising royals in the public eye. Kate Middleton, adored worldwide for her warmth and grace, has long been admired for her and Prince William's loving yet disciplined approach to raising their children. But a startling revelation has come to light. 11-year-old Prince George, 9-year-old Princess Charlotte, and 6-year-old Prince Louis have been harboring hidden frustrations with their mother, and they've finally voiced them. This has left fans wondering what could have led the young royals to speak up so boldly.
Princess Charlotte keeps her brother, Prince George, in line. The subtle lesson in royal etiquette went down on the Buckingham Palace balcony as Charlotte and George joined their family to wrap up celebrating the Queen's Platinum Jubilee.
Beyond that, fans are also wondering how Kate and William will navigate this unexpected challenge within the royal family. This has something to do with the way Kate treats her kids. Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, has a unique approach to parenting that's quite different from what people might expect. But before we go deeper into her style of parenting that resulted in this shocking drama, let's talk about something interesting that happened recently. In a special video shared by the royal family, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis each had a chance to speak to the legendary naturalist David Attenborough.
Hello, David Attenborough. What animal do you think will become extinct next?
Well, let's hope there won't be any.
The video, posted on social media by Prince William and Kate Middleton, marked the first time all three royal siblings spoke together on camera.
The video of their announcement getting hundreds of thousands of views within just a few hours.
In the video, each child got to ask Attenborough a question about the environment. Prince George, the eldest, asked a big question. What animal do you think will go extinct next? Attenborough's hopeful reply was that he believes we can protect endangered animals by taking action. Princess Charlotte shared her interest in spiders, something she and Attenborough have in common. Meanwhile, the youngest, Prince Louis, was eager to know Attenborough's favorite animal. Attenborough answered that he has a particular fondness for monkeys. Just recently, the royal family hosted Attenborough in the gardens outside Kensington Palace. As a special keepsake, Attenborough gifted Prince George a fossilized shark tooth he had found in Malta in the 1960s. The tooth, embedded in Malta's limestone, dates back around 23 million years. However, there was some debate about whether the tooth would need to be returned to Malta, as it may be considered part of their national heritage. The video highlights not only the children's growing curiosity about the environment, but also the royal family's ongoing commitment to environmental issues. Prince William and Kate are currently working with Attenborough on the Earthshot Prize.
How would you describe the Earthshot Prize?
The Earthshot Prize, David, is the most prestigious global environmental prize there's ever been. And the plan is to really galvanize and bring together the best minds, the best possible solutions.
A project aimed at finding innovative solutions to some of the planet's biggest environmental challenges. This unique moment shows the younger generation of royals learning from one of the world's most respected environmental advocates, sparking interest in environmental protection early on. But was this action really in line with Kate Middleton's style of raising the kids? Kate Middleton's approach to parenting. Despite Kate's royal responsibilities, she focuses on raising her three children with strong values and a calm approach to discipline. One of her favorite methods is the chat sofa rule, which she uses to handle behavioral issues in a gentle, communicative way. Instead of traditional methods like the naughty step, where a child sits alone to reflect on their actions, Kate believes in talking things through. When one of the children misbehaves or argues, they're taken to a quiet area, often the chat sofa, where she will calmly discuss what happened and why it was wrong. The goal usually isn't to isolate the child, but to help them understand their actions and learn from their mistakes. And there's one rule they're particularly strict about: no shouting. If any of the kids start raising their voices, it's addressed quickly, teaching them that calm communication is key. It was only recently that she got to find out that her kids weren't comfortable with this method. Their trusted nanny, Maria Teresa Turian Barallo, who has been with the family since Prince George was a baby, also supports this method. Known for her expertise, Maria was trained at the prestigious Norland College, which specializes in childcare.
And this reinforces it. Uniforms all perfectly worn, a symbol of discipline. And that's the point. This is Norland College for nannies.
She's an essential part of the children's lives, not only helping with their day-to-day care, but also reinforcing the values Kate set out. You'd wonder why her opinion is important in the first place, but nannies like Maria play a strong role in royal families. She's more than just a caretaker. She helps develop the children's social and emotional skills, preparing them for their public lives. Back to Kate Middleton's style of parenting. The close bond she shares with her children and the early guidance from both their parents and their nanny have positively influenced the children as they grow into their roles within the royal family. Despite Kate's busy schedule, she is committed to spending quality time with her children and leading by example. This was even evident when William recently shared a conversation he had with his kids about his favorite animal, a question they ask him often. As a family, they share many experiences, including their love of nature and the family's pet dog, Orla, who William revealed often sleeps on the bed with him and Kate. This small detail shows how much the couple values a warm, connected family life, even with their many public responsibilities. Through these thoughtful choices, William and Kate are showing the world that effective parenting is about open communication, patience, and leading by example, with their methods reflecting a desire to prepare their children for royal duties while ensuring they have a happy, balanced childhood. Despite the added pressure of raising a future king in the public eye, Kate and William focus on the same fundamental values that guide many families. A key part of Kate's parenting philosophy emphasizes character and emotional growth as essential as academic skills, a rule she's passionate about upholding. For Kate, it's not about keeping the kids in line with strict discipline or pushing them to excel in every academic subject. Instead, she values the small but meaningful aspects of raising children: kindness, honesty, and respect. Kate wants her children to be kids, which means giving them the freedom to be themselves, learn from mistakes, and develop empathy for others. She believes qualities like kindness, honesty, and respect are just as vital as academic success. Much more, she believes these values have been central throughout her life, and she wants George, Charlotte, and Louis to understand how important they are. In this sense, emotional intelligence is held in the same regard as skills in math or sports. Despite occasional moments when Prince Louis or his siblings show their playful side in public, Kate and William don't rush to correct them. Instead, they often respond with humor, helping their children learn boundaries while feeling supported. This relaxed approach has earned them praise from many, including former staffers, for creating a home where communication and understanding are priorities. Kate's recent battle with cancer has deepened her dedication to this rule.
Kate Middleton gives a rare update on her cancer battle. The Princess of Wales shares a new message about her health on June 14th, the first she's provided since disclosing her unspecified cancer diagnosis in March.
Emphasizing her appreciation for life's simple joys, like being with family and enjoying their love. In a video, she shared how this experience had reminded her and William to focus on what truly matters: love, kindness, and gratitude. Princess Kate also recognizes the unique challenges modern parents face. In a discussion with radio host Roman Kemp, she reflected on the pressures parents experience today. she made it clear that it's not about the number of toys or trips, but about providing the kids with emotional support. Her focus is on helping her children feel secure and loved, a sentiment she believes is often overlooked in today's busy world. However, she's not the only one passionate about raising their children this way. William is fully on board with this balanced approach, and he's made it clear that despite their public lives, he wants his family to feel normal. He has spoken about his commitment to being a devoted father, with emphasis on loving his children the same way any father does. His past experiences have taught him the importance of creating family life filled with laughter, understanding, and warmth. Together, William and Kate continue to redefine what it means to be a royal family, demonstrating that love, empathy, and connection are just as valuable as any royal tradition or academic achievement. Just like many families, Prince William and Kate Middleton deal with a common struggle: who gets control of the TV remote? Their 3 kids love their screen time and often wrestle over the remote. The prince shared this slice of family life during a recent event in London, hosted by the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, BAFTA, and the Royal African Society. While kids fighting over the remote is something most parents can relate to, William also emphasized how powerful the screen arts are, noting that they bring stories, voices, and perspectives from around the world into our homes. As BAFTA's president, William takes pride in supporting young storytellers. His children, like many their age, are fascinated by different forms of media. Prince George, for instance, is reportedly a big fan of gaming, while Charlotte and Louis are captivated by movies. However, William and Kate try to regulate screen time to keep balance. William himself is no stranger to video games. When the PlayStation 4 came out in 2013,
this morning, BAFTA announced the nominees for the 2013 Video Game Awards. Journey leads the field with 8 nominations, Walking Dead gains 7, Far Cry 3 has 6, Dear Esther has got 5, and Halo 4, Borderlands 2, Assassin's Creed 3 and The Room have got 4 nominations each.
He admitted it was very addictive, and joked that his wife, Kate, might not be thrilled to have one around. It seems the royal family shares many of the same experiences with screen time as families everywhere. Even the extended royal family tunes into popular shows. Prince Harry and other royals, like Princess Eugenie, have watched The Crown, the Netflix drama about their family's history. Princess Eugenie once said that the show made her feel proud, and that the music and storytelling were beautiful. At the end of the day, it seems that when it comes to screen time, the royals are just like us, finding joy in movies and games but always trying to strike the right balance. But let's see some details about the royal children, everything to know about Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Since their 2011 wedding, Kate Middleton and Prince William have been a beloved royal couple, capturing the world's attention as they've grown into their roles as parents of 3. These young royals have become icons in their own right, often joining their parents in public appearances and royal traditions. Let's take a closer look at each of these royal siblings and the roles they play. Prince George, born on July 22, 2013, is the eldest of the 3 siblings and currently second in line to the throne. His birth was met with immense joy, with celebrations across the UK and beyond. William and Kate announced George's name as George Alexander Louis shortly after his birth. From the beginning, George's life has been in the spotlight. Born at St. Mary's Hospital in London, the same place where his father William was born.
It's early days, but William was already proving to be a hands-on dad. This will be a team effort, especially when it comes to facing the media.
George was introduced to the world just hours after his arrival. As he's grown, George has made several public appearances with his family. One memorable occasion was a 2014 tour of Australia and New Zealand, where baby George was introduced to the public as a future king. The trip included George's playdate with local children and a famously cute moment when he met a bilby, an animal named after him. As he's gotten older, George's interests have become more visible. In 2024, he joined his father in the stands for an Aston Villa soccer game, showcasing his budding love for the sport. As an heir to the British throne, George is already following in the footsteps of his father and grandfather, attending royal events and family outings. Now, let's see some details about the only female child in this family of 5. Princess Charlotte, born on May 2, 2015, is the second child of William and Kate, and third in line to the throne. Her full name is Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, in honor of her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, and her late grandmother, Princess Diana. Like her brother, Charlotte was introduced to the world outside St. Mary's Hospital in a touching public appearance. Charlotte has captured public affection with her confident personality and vibrant presence. Her first royal tour was in Canada in 2016, where she appeared with George and her parents. Known for her playful nature, Charlotte often joins her family for royal events, like the Trooping the Color and the annual Christmas service. Charlotte's interests include ballet and tap dancing, which she has been studying for years. In a conversation with a young fan, Kate shared that Charlotte loves ballet and tap and enjoys dancing.
GMA's Lara Spencer is being criticized for laughing about Prince George's ballet dancing.
Prince William says George absolutely loves ballet. I have news for you, Prince William.
Kate has also mentioned that Charlotte is passionate about sports like rugby and football, marking her as a young athlete in the making. Kate even noted that these sports weren't as common for girls during her own childhood, which makes Charlotte's involvement even more special. Surprisingly, at such a young age, Princess Charlotte is already handling her elder sister role to Prince Louis pretty well. Born on April 23, 2018, Prince Louis is the youngest of the three and has already made a name for himself with his cheerful and lively personality. Louis is known for his playful antics, which have been captured at various royal events, such as his attempts to blow out a candle his sister was holding during a Christmas service. Louis's expressions at public events have often stolen the show. His funny faces and lively interactions at his grandfather's coronation in 2023 were widely shared, showing his unique ability to charm the public. Louis shares a close bond with his older siblings, particularly with Charlotte, with whom he's been spotted in matching England jerseys during a soccer game in Berlin in July 2024. Louis's 5th birthday was celebrated with a heartwarming photo shoot, capturing the joy and playfulness he brings to the royal family. In 2024, Kate shared the news that she had undergone chemotherapy following a cancer diagnosis earlier in the year. In her statement, she reflected on how her family helped her through a challenging period, calling it a stormy journey that brought her closer to her children. This glimpse into their family life highlighted the strength and support of William and the kids during her recovery, a testament to the close-knit bond they share. As they grow, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are learning to balance their roles as young members of the royal family, with their personal interests and playful spirits. Together, they bring a modern touch to the British monarchy, endearing themselves to fans worldwide. Their presence has shown the world a new side of royal family life, one filled with the joy, challenges, and love that comes with raising children in the public eye. Do you think this will bring the family closer, or is there more to the story?
Now, before the death of the Queen, Princess Anne sat down with Chris Shipp, the ITV royal editor and Sunrise contributor.
Now, it was filmed in 2017. Anne opened up about her relationship with her mother, saying the Queen always led by example and understood what made society tick during her 7-decade reign.
The ability to have somebody who is kind of epitomises what you think your country stands for has always been a major ambition.
Princess Anne has long been one of the most intriguing members of the British royal family. Known for her unwavering dedication, no-nonsense demeanor, and tireless work ethic, she has often been described as the backbone of the monarchy. While she rarely seeks the limelight, her actions and statements have made her a figure of admiration and speculation. Recently, candid comments and her role within the royal family have sparked renewed interest, shedding light on the dynamics that define her relationships with other prominent royals, including King Charles III, Queen Camilla, Prince William, and Prince Harry. Anne's relationship with her older brother, King Charles, has always been complex. As the second child of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Anne grew up in the shadow of her brother, the heir to the throne. Despite their shared upbringing, the siblings have distinctly different personalities. Charles is often described as introspective and visionary, while Anne is pragmatic and resolute. These differences in temperament have occasionally led to clashes, particularly during their younger years when their paths diverged sharply due to their roles within the royal family. Charles was groomed for kingship, carrying the weight of responsibility and the expectations of an entire nation. Anne, on the other hand, was given more freedom to carve her own path. She embraced this opportunity by dedicating herself to public service and charity work, often taking on causes that were less glamorous but deeply impactful. Over time, their relationship evolved from one of sibling rivalry to mutual respect.